Hola amigos, espero y disfruten de mi siguiente receta. Hola para todos mis amigos de YouTube y Facebook. Estamos de nuevo. Ahorita estamos haciendo 2 recetitas por semana, así es de que todo esto es para ustedes. Y miren, me he arreglado especialmente para ustedes. Ya me colgué hasta el molcajete, como me miran, dijera mi mamá. Pero aquí estamos por una buena razón. ¿Sabe qué vamos a hacer? Vamos a hacer una carne asada, pero lo más importante de esta carne asada es el marinado. ¿Y quién creen que va a ser el marinado? Pues mi sobrino por aquí. Y pues él ahorita nos va a dar toda la receta de todo lo que le va a poner. Porque estos taquitos de carne asada nos van a salir riquísimos, Así es de que me siguen porque ahorita vamos a continuar.
All right, hey guys, tonight we're going to make a marinade for some meat. So we're going to start out with about 10 pounds of ranchera and dismillo con hueso. Your choice if you really want the bone or not. We're going to do some street tacos, so the smaller tacos be really good. We're in the marinade. We're going to use orange juice. We're going to use some white vinegar, some kosher salt, some chili powder, oregano, black pepper, cumin, garlic, some olive oil. You're going to need about 7 jalapenos, 10 limes to get some lime juice, and 1 or 2 bunches of cilantro because you're going to want quite a bit as we make this marinade. Okay, so now we're going to start with our first ingredient, 7 jalapenos. We're going to rinse those. And then we're going to start dicing them very, very fine and de-seeding them. Now, again, with your marinade, with what you have, if you really like it to be a little bit hotter, you can leave the seeds in. I strongly recommend that you take the seeds out. And then we got to start chopping these really, really fine. So you're going to slice them. And then when we do that, we're going to make it really small so that it can infuse with the meat. Okay, now that we've cut up the 7 jalapenos, you can dice them as fine as you want, because it's just going to be about infusing it. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to take 10 limes. We're going to cut them, and we're going to add that juice to the jalapenos. So try and really get as much out of it as you can. And we're just going to keep doing this till all 10 of these are gone. And then at this point, after we're done with this, then we'll start mixing all the other ingredients to make the marinade to put the meat in. Okay, so this is about how much juice you're going to get with 10 good lemons, and that's about what you want. It's really going to help infuse the meat. So now that we've cut up the jalapenos, we've juiced the limes, now we're going to take a good bunch of cilantro, and we're going to chop this up, and then we're going to start mixing the rest of the ingredients so we can get this meat into marinade. Okay, so we've chopped all of our ingredients, and now it's time to go ahead and get the marinade going. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take that lime juice and those jalapenos, and we're going to get those in there. Then we'll go ahead and take the cilantro that we cut up and get all that in there. Use all that cilantro. That's got some good flavor right there. I promise you, you're going to want to use all that you can. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put about 2.5 tablespoons of kosher salt. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more coarse than other one, but you want to put that in there. We're going to use 2.5 tablespoons of red chili. The Acho red chili is the one I probably prefer, but you can use what you want. 3.5 tablespoons of oregano, dried. Then we're going to take and we're going to put not quite so much cumin in here. So we're probably going to do about, 2 tablespoons of the cumin because that stuff's pretty powerful. And then we're going to use about 1 tablespoon of the black pepper, right? Not really going to measure the vinegar. I'd say if you really wanted to, it would be like 3 tablespoons of the white vinegar. A little bit more. There we go. Then the orange juice. Depending on how much meat you have, this is 10 pounds. Probably going to use a good portion of this because you're going to want to get it to marinate in there. So I'd probably say, yeah, about half of a bottle or so. And then we're going to put in a little bit of olive oil, probably about 1.5 cups or 2 cups. So we're going to drizzle this in throughout. This is going to really help get all these ingredients into all of this meat. All right, and then we're going to just start putting this meat in here. Again, you can use a ranchera with or without the bone. A lot of people like with the bone. And then once we do this, we're going to put it in the refrigerator for about 1.5 to 2 hours to marinate. You can go up to about 4 hours. I wouldn't recommend going much more than that because then the marinate's going to break down the meat. It's going to make it really kind of soft and mushy. But when this is all done, I promise you it's going to be great. Almost forgot, you got to put your garlic in after a little bit of the meat. So that's going to give it some really good flavor. So I'd recommend, I don't know, 2-3 really good scoops of garlic. You can't go too wrong with how much you're going to use on that. And then we'll be just waiting after this sits to put it on the grill and have some really great street tacos. Okay, so we've let the meat marinate for about a little over 2 hours. So now it's time to start grilling. But also you want to make sure that you turned your grill on a little bit early, probably about 20 minutes, for it to be between 400 and 500 degrees. If you have a thermostat, kind of high heat, it helps cook it. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna start taking the meat. And then, when you look at that, that's been marinating. That's really, really good. So we're gonna go ahead and get it on the grill. Now, you're gonna let this cook. You don't wanna turn it a whole lot. So you're gonna give it like probably about 2-4 minutes before you start switching and flipping the meat, right? So while you're letting the meat cook, sometimes you like to add a little bit of additional things. We like to do a little bit of things that are gonna, so you can take some cebolla and start grilling that, and you can take some nopal and put it on there. It's going to be a little bit extra for your tacos because when you have these street tacos, they're going to be great. And I would be remiss if I didn't say you need to subscribe to my tia's YouTube channel, the Recetas Caseras de Mi Familia YouTube channel, and you can get all this. Okay, see, you can tell we're finishing up right now. We've got all the meat cooking. We've got our last 3 pieces on here. We're gonna put it in there. Now, after we're all done, you need to let everything set for about 5 minutes before you cut it to let it rest so all the juices stay in. Once again, I really would like everyone to please subscribe to my tia's YouTube channel, Recetas Caseras de Mi Familia. When you do that, you're gonna get this awesome cookbook along with all the recipes on her YouTube channel. Like combined, it's over like 300 recipes. It's outstanding. Once again, please subscribe to Recetas Caseras de Mi Familia. Okay, so we've already cooked the 10 pounds of meat. And now what you're gonna do is just go ahead and take the carne and you're gonna just cut it however you want. What I recommend is a nice knife, and then you just start cutting on the same way like this. So it's with the grain. You're gonna go ahead and keep cutting. You're gonna do that. And then once you get whatever you want, then you're gonna go the opposite way to make sure you make some really good street tacos.
More.
Okay, so we've already cut up our meat. We've got all of our side stuff. So now we're gonna go ahead and make the the tortillas. So you're gonna get a comal, it's gonna be a little bit warm. You're gonna put just a little bit of oil on it, right? You're gonna do that. You're gonna take like 4 tacos at one time, the small tortillas. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna let them get nice and hot, a little bit with the oil, right? And then you're gonna flip them. So we're gonna get these nice and cooked, and we're gonna put them over here. We're gonna stack them on top of each other. So I'm gonna take this one. We're gonna put it right there. And then we're gonna take this one, and we're gonna put it right here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a little bit of meat right there. A little bit of meat. Actually, we want a lot of meat. We're not gonna lie, right? A lot of meat. And then we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna get a little bit of onion on each one of those. A little bit of cilantro. And then we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of the salsa and put it on there. Just like that. And then we're gonna taste it in a little bit. All right, so we're all done now. We have our plates of tacos. So you got 2 tortillas, the meat, the cilantro, the onions, the salsa. You got a little bit of a green onion and some radish and lime. We're all ready to go before we taste this. So I have to one time more say, you got to subscribe to my tia's YouTube channel, Recetas Caseras de Mi Familia. And when you do that, you get this cookbook free, along with all the recipes to her channel, which is like combined over like 300-400 recipes. Now, here's the best part. We're gonna taste if this is good, Juan, and then when we're all good, you'll know if it's good if Juan dances. So we gotta have a good bite of this. Ready?
I got the green.
I got the red.
Okay.
That's pretty good. You know it's good when Juan's dancing. So again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Recetas Caseras de Mi Familia, and you're gonna get all these recipes and you can dance like Juan.